Hi, I'm Lisa Coleman. I wanted to tell you about the fundraiser we did, Bowling for Bravery. We had it at Premier Lanes, which was a great event. We had all the lanes covered. We used social media to the best of our ability to put it out there to let people know that they could host a team for the bowling tournament. We charged a fee, which covered the bowling lane and covered the shoes, and we were still able to make a profit.
At this event, we had a silent auction where we had a table full of locally donated items from our businesses around town. We had tons of fun. It was a great event. We raised a lot of money for Family Crisis.
The mission of the Bowling for Bravery project and our goal was to raise awareness for the Family Crisis Center and reaching out in the community, getting them higher up on the Google search engines, and letting the public know just what this great organization does.
Another need for the Family Crisis Center was for them to increase their visibility on the web. When someone would Google for them or to search for them, they would be able to see. They would be one of the ones that would come up first in the headlines there or at the top. So to do that, to make them more visible and to make their website appear near the top, we did some work with it. I worked with that, with the website, with the design, and with the company that actually handles the website to try to make it more visible. So I think they're probably real pleased now that when this search is done on oxfordadvocacy.org that they'll be able to find these services there and be able to seek the services that they need.
In order to make sure that our project and our event was successful, we recruited the help of community partners. We got a lot of help and guidance, of course, from Family Crisis Services, the Chamber of Commerce, Young Professionals of Oxford. They were great to work with. We partnered with their Third Thursday event that they have every month, and that really took the event over the top.
And a lot of people just do not know about the services that they provide in the community. The victims of these types of crimes usually want to keep their privacy, and they really don't know who to reach out to. And that's why we wanted to just really create awareness for Family Crisis Services and raise funds so they can continue their great work in the community.
So I've been a volunteer here now for about a year, and I love seeing how everyone that works here, everyone that volunteers, just really has a passion to help others, give back to the community, and provide and be a voice for someone who might not otherwise have an advocate. So I've really enjoyed it, and we could always use some new volunteers if anybody's interested.
One of the things that we do at Family Crisis Services is victim services. And in that umbrella is a Children's Advocacy Center as well as adult services. So whenever there's a victim of violent crime, we'll work with them as well as their family members, any secondary victims, and we work with them through court, through testimony, through the entire judicial process. So I interview children whenever there's allegations of abuse, and then I go to court to testify as to what they've told me so that they don't have to take the stand, or at least that's the goal. And it's to reduce the amount of trauma to the child. We have a court preparation program, so kids that come in for counseling services can do the court preparation so they're familiar with the courtroom and the people in the room, the judge, the prosecutor, the defense. And it's just a really easy way to let them see what it's going to be like in the courtroom if the case goes to trial. We provide counseling services for children as well as adult victims or survivors of sexual abuse and any violent crime. All of our services are free of charge, and we are grateful to the Oxford Lafayette community for many years of support. We've been here since October of 1992.
One of the areas that I worked with the Family Crisis Center is the Button for Bravery project. For this project, they wanted a Plinko style box that they could use for their clients to drop coins in whenever they came to seek services from the Family Crisis Center. This coin in this box will be indicative of them being brave enough to come and tell their story and share their experience so that they could seek the great help that they needed from the Family Crisis Center.
There are a whole host of people that I'd like to thank for making this possible. I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce, the steering committee, our employers, Leanne and Meredith at Family Crisis Services, the bowling alley, all of the teams that participated in the Bowling for Bravery event that we had, all the businesses and individuals that opened their hearts, their pocketbooks to help us out with Bowling for Bravery. I'd like to thank Mr. Cecil Bowers for helping us build our Buttons for Bravery display that we presented to Family Crisis Services. And I'd like to thank all of the local businesses and organizations that opened their doors to us to let us learn a little bit more about the community. Lastly, I'd like to thank my team for still allowing me to participate in this, even though I moved to Memphis during the course of the program. I look forward to seeing all of the projects and great works that's completed by Leadership Lafayette groups in the future. Thanks again.
Family Crisis Services receives most of our funding from the federal government. With those funds, we have to also have matching funds from our community to show that our services are actually needed and supported by the community that we serve. We have to raise those funds through fundraisers and community donations, and this year, for our fiscal year, we have to come up with $75,000. The fundraiser Bowling for Bravery that Leadership Lafayette did is a great start for us for our fiscal year that started July 1st. All of our services are free of charge to our clients, so we have no income coming in except for the funds. And so we greatly appreciate Leadership Lafayette and everything that they've done for us this year and the programs that they're continuing to do for us.